What is happening, world? How y'all feeling today? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We are here for another day of Chicago sports talk, of national sports talk, of the world's sports talk. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We got a lot to get into today, man. A lot to break down on today's episode. We appreciate y'all for showing so much love, as always, man. To get things started off, of course, we're going to start here at home. Yeah, I mean, we're going to start where we love, where we live, where we stay. The Chicago Bears seem like they've kind of let us in on some insight on what position they want to go after. On what position they might be looking at to bring in. What position, though, is the most important for the Bears to have success next season? Where does it have to start for the Bears to have that success next season? And then the call comes in. Hold on now. Wait a minute. We heard that the Giants are willing to take calls on Saquon Barkley. Let's hope Ringo gets in here soon, my guy, because where's Ringo when you need him on Barkley? And then does Aaron Rodgers not getting any trade requests? Gutekunst says he's not getting any requests. His inbox is empty on trade questions on Aaron Rodgers. Does that guarantee that he's staying in Green Bay? And, of course, getting into a little bit of NBA. Got to talk NBA. We'll probably get into a little bit of something with our Bulls. But also the question has to be said after the last few games that Ja's had and what he's done for his team and how he's put his team in this position. Has Ja Morant moved to the front of the MVP conversation, or at least at the top? Has he jumped our guy here in Chicago? And then LeBron says as long as he's got a chance, or as long as he's on the team will have a chance no matter what. Do we agree? Appreciate you guys for pulling up and showing love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let's get into the show. First things first, how y'all feeling? How are you guys feeling, man? Appreciate y'all for having us here, as always. See Torin in the chat already. When it comes to the beloved, as the pettiest man alive enters the building, I don't care what anybody else says. Can't hear a word he's saying, but he's still petty. Look at
gang.
There, oh, snap came in with the gang. They go that gang again. Hey, that's one of my favorite clips.
In the Batcave, you know, Batman's coming out in a couple days. Got it extra dark in here. Bat symbol right there. Boom. Hey. Don't you worry about it.
You going to see it in theaters or you going to wait till HBO?
Man, please. I'm in the theaters with it.
I don't know.
I'm in the theaters with it.
I don't know. Because you know what it is? I'm not going to lie to you, right? It's because I know it's going to be dumb packed. And so I'm just like, man, I ain't going to lie to you. Like, I don't know if I'm super ready to just like dive back into society that heavy. Like we right here. You know, you walking in, especially from the ratings that I'm hearing about it. Mugs are talking about this gives Heath Ledger a run for his money with how good this Batman is. So you know it's finna be stupid packed. Plus, I believe it comes out on HBO Max in like a month later or something like that. So
I'm not waiting a month. I'm not waiting a month.
You're not waiting a month?
I'm not waiting a month. I have the symbol on my wall. I'm not waiting a month.
Is it more
office black?
Hey, is it more worth it to get the bootleg if you feeling like how I'm feeling?
No.
If you get a screener's copy?
No.
You know the screener's copies used to hit.
No, I need to see Batman hitting people unnecessarily on the screen. Okay, I need him on the screen pounding away at someone's face just because.
For Gotham.
Everybody notice how his bat symbol is really a modified
he breaks the handgun that like his parents were shot with or something like that.
Something like that.
That's what Muzz was saying is Stefan Adon entering into the building, sure. Man. Steph, what's good? You going to theaters to see Batman, my boy? You going in theaters to see Batman stuff?
Hey, now look, I seen it was gonna be on HBO Max. That's all I needed to know.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what is he talking about?
Yeah, but it's supposed to be. It's like you gotta wait a month or something like that, don't you? Are you waiting a month? Ken said he's not waiting a month.
I'm not waiting no goddamn month.
Well, that's him. He's staying in the Batcave.
Yeah, I mean, Kid is in the movie.
So that I get. Me, I'm gonna wake them up. It's not.
This the thing, right? Kid's in the movie. He's playing devil's advocate for why Batman should beat somebody's face in.
Like, oh God, man.
Hey, and this is
you see it on HBO Max April 18th.
Hey,
you
dog,
kidding me?
Hey dog, hey,
April 18th. It's March 4th.
Hey, listen, Pat. This is kids.
I might have to go to theaters to see it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, this is kids' only line in the movie. He's beating your face in because he's rich. that's the only line in the movie, right?
No, kid's line in the movie is just like it's just kid in like a boardroom, and everybody's just like, no, Batman is wrong, man. Batman is wrong. And kid just rolls around in his seat and he's like, I mean, I get it.
He's sitting there beating somebody's face in. I roll up and I'm like, You good, dog? You good? No, you're not good. Okay. All right.
No.
But Baki is what I'm talking about. HBO Max for me. I can't now.
Hey, I will say HBO Max did it right. Or I should say DC or what studio is putting it out?
Well, it's definitely DC.
I know it's DC, but I'm saying, is there a specific studio that's putting it out? Because I could see like that's a good move right there. Like you literally like a solid 30 days. I might have waited. Like if you said April 4th, I might have waited. April 18th, now you messing with me.
Well, I don't think Mud's going too crazy. But it's a 3-hour movie.
So was Endgame. Endgame was amazing.
Hey man.
Also,
you dealing with people attention spans. I know mugs that can't sit through 2-hour movies now for some.
Did you not see the Snyder cut? Has to be the greatest.
No,
if they put the Snyder cut out all 4.5 hours, I'd have been sitting there holding piss the entire time to watch it. I mean,
Snyder cut. They gotta break that mug up, man. Snyder cut. You gotta break it into. You gotta give an intermission on that one.
Okay,
Snyder cut was cold.
Snyder
cut was better than Endgame.
Nah.
The way that they finally did Steppenwolf actually looks scary.
Nah.
No. I think they absolutely the movie was done right, but Endgame was such a huge buildup. I feel like this is the problem I always had with DC. I like how we didn't get into any sports to start this. This is the problem I always have with DC with it. Like they felt like because they were behind the 8 ball and they were just pushing Batman so much and really didn't have a good Superman to work with yet, they felt like we've got to rush this. So like their movies were kind of like I
hate to tell you, Pat, that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is the way they did. Well, I'm a big fan of DC though.
Hey, so Aquaman was absolutely rushed.
Aquaman was not rushed to me, but I hate to say it like this. The Justice League was a rushed thing, period.
Hey, well, you know, on my standpoint,
like the whole storyline behind the Justice League was like, there's a catastrophic event, and I'm going to go rush to try to do something. Who are you? Like that's literally how it came together.
That is fact. Hey, I don't know if you've seen Young Justice, but that's definitely
that part. That part I agree
Justice
with.
Be like,
hey Bird, if you left a super chat, we didn't read it off.
One mission.
That part I agree with, right? And Bird, my bad, bro. I didn't see it. Sometimes the chats be coming through too quick. That part I agree with, right? Like it was a rush thing. But here's my problem. Like Marvel did it where the only one they rushed were the characters we didn't care about. And then some of them, they were just like, hey, you'll find a movie out about this mug after we get this mug busting. Like we got money coming in. But like Iron Man 1 was well done, just starting everything off. Even how they brought Spider-Man into it, that wasn't rushed. Like they did it. Now Thor was rushed. Thor to me was completely rushed.
Thor was trash.
That was a horrible.
My
Thor
whole
was a horrible
problem with
movie.
DC is I never understood why they just didn't take the characters from like the actual like DC shows that they be having on the CW.
Wait, what?
And just make them into the regular dude.
Y'all do know Batman versus Superman really was how the
whack.
Justice League started. In Batman versus Superman, the Ultimate Edition was not trash.
Was whack.
The Ultimate Edition was not whack.
Whack.
Hey, was not whack.
Hey,
Man of Steel was not whack. Like they did a nice build up. They already had Batman. They did Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was
and then they did Batman versus Superman.
Whack.
Where is she?
Batman versus Superman was not whack, bro.
That mug said, "Hey, this man Batman is the most heartless individual in the world." Mug said, "What's his mama name? Martha. Here's the fight. It's over. Now we gotta save the day." What? Wonder Woman was whack to me.
The first one.
Wonder Woman was cold.
Wonder Woman was mid. Cause that's the thing, right? Like I read like the DC comics heavy because like I read DC comics more than I read Marvel comics because
the storyline is better.
The storylines are better. So like I'm like, there's so much you can go into with this that you could literally kill in the movies, and you got the right director to do.
Well, I tell you what, if they mess up Flashpoint, I'm done with DC because you can't mess up
Flashpoint.
You mess up Flashpoint, you might as well jump off a bridge. I'm sorry, like you can't.
But even that, right? So even that, they didn't. So not doing the Flash movie is one of my biggest gripes because it's like the way that everything works out. Well, in the end, you haven't explained Flashpoint to anybody. So like, if you're new or just like trying to get into it, it's like if this is your beginning, it's like what the heck?
That's not true because in Batman versus Superman, they do touch on it. In Justice League, they do touch on it. They've dropped these clues for where it leads up to, and so it's actually Zack Snyder's done a good job. He really has.
Zack Snyder didn't do the first one,
nah,
because his wife ended up.
The problem is with
he did half of it.
The problem is with Flashpoint. They did the whole Flashpoint thing on the CW, but Muggs ain't watching the CW shows.
Yeah, they should have took the actor from the CW as the.
That's what I said. That's what I've been saying.
Ringo got a good point on it because they did explain, like they were even setting things up. Like what's his name ended up popping up in one of the shows.
Yeah, he did.
Dude that plays Batman. Why can't I think of his name?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. He ends up popping up in like one of the Flash or one of the Green, one of them shows, right? So then they were using the TV show to explain, fam, I'm telling you, we gonna get the sports, I swear to God. But we came off hot on this one. They're using the TV show to explain what's happening in the movie, but then they turn the TV shows into like teen dramas. So ain't nobody really watching them joints no more. So now it's just like, what the heck happened?
And
people need to realize that we're not a sports talk show. We're a talk show that talks sports.
hey, we're not a shooting big man. We're a big man that can shoot.
There you go.
Hey man, let's get the people what they came for a little bit, man. Hey, we gonna get back.
Speaking of which, don't y'all like this little loose?
No, we get back into this off camera.
Don't think we won't get back into this. This is the greatest way to start a show ever. This is the greatest.
Hey dog, check this out though. You see this thing?
What is
Iron
that?
Maiden looking thing?
What is that?
Dude, my wife bought all these like random things off Amazon, right? Because you know when they start making money, they just buy packages every single day. There's a package at the door every single day.
UPS showed up last night, came to my door. He said, "This got to stop."
Hey, bro,
I said, "I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry." I don't know what to say.
I will pull up the pet house, and there'll be a pet, bro. As we was pulling up, the Amazon driver was there every time.
Multiple packages
in the front of.
She buys loose leaf tea, and then she got this like really cool thing. She was like, "I think it'd be cool. It looks masculine and stuff like that." She was like, "Plus, I want you to stop drinking as much coffee." It's like, boom. Like she's really trying to gear up for our own little our content creation thing. We making some moves to do like a couples thing going on.
Yeah, me and Maya finna get one busting over on the Patreon, dog, because me and her commentary while watching like cartoons and stuff like we watch be having us dying. So I'm like, this gotta be funny. Like I'm laughing hard at myself.
we gotta link up on that one. But hey, let's
put in. I forgot what movie y'all was watching, and she explained it to you. It was a Will Smith movie, and you was like, "Well, Maya just told me something so simple, and it just like blew the whole concept of the movie." And now I'm mad. But I forgot. You put it in the group chat, but I forgot what movie.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend seemed like a movie she could break down. Or was it what's the one? Gemini Man.
No, it wasn't Gemini Man. It was a Will Smith movie. Y'all mugs was watching.
Ain't got that many complex movies that Pat needs broken down. You know what I'm saying?
It might have been maybe 7 pounds. I don't know, but I don't think nobody understand how 7 pounds work.
Dog, 7 pounds was like so mid to me. I'm sorry, it was a waste of time.
Hey, let's get into this, man. Interesting hearing Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus yesterday.
Matty E.
As they talked about some things that the Bears need, where they're looking to go, what their plan is. It was Hancock, but I don't remember what she said. It was Hancock, but I don't remember what she said. Here's the thing for me about what we heard yesterday. Two things that got me excited. One, when they said, I don't like how quarterbacks were just allowed to get hit and nobody did nothing. Matt Eberflus was like, and Ryan Poles were like, that will not happen. hey, dog, which tells me, first thing got me excited. I was like, Jermaine Ifedi don't get cut. He ain't gonna have no job.
I bet you he don't get cut.
You said what?
I bet you he don't get cut.
Hey, listen. I hope he do. Hey, if you don't cut him for his performance on the field, at least cut him for not standing up for his quarterback. Listen, Jermaine Ifedi is the first human turnstile I've ever seen. I didn't know I didn't know they created that. His next job is definitely gonna be letting kids into amusement parks. Just you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not messing with this mug. Second thing I heard yesterday that got me excited was kind of the direction that I think that they're going to go, right? Because the Bears don't have high draft picks. The Bears don't have a lot of draft capital. But when they talked about what they're doing at the offensive line, you heard Ryan Poles, and we mentioned this on the show yesterday, break down that he wants to put people in a position to be successful and have them move to the proper position for them to have the best success. When he talked about that, I instantly realized, in my mind anyway, he's planning on moving Tevin Jenkins to right tackle, it would seem.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably going to spend a lot of money on a left tackle. Zashawn was good. Is that the position? Is that the most important position? Is that the acquisition the Bears need to be winning next season? Or is there another position? Because they did talk yesterday a lot about getting wide receivers in the building. Number one guys. What position puts the Bears in a position to be successful right away? Spice Bands was good.
Definitely the right and left tackle.
You think that over because here's the thing, right? Now the question mark, now you're gonna see Muggs kind of change how they doing it, stuff like that. We saw Jamar Chase yesterday in the Super Bowl. And we saw how last season he affected Joe Burrow when you heard Ryan Poles talk about it, where when the play breaks down, where does Justin go? And there was that, like, listen, we love Darnell. I think Darnell's great. I think he's going to be a great wide receiver for us, but you want to have that safety blanket, which tells me they don't think Darnell Mooney is that safety blanket. They think Darnell Mooney's probably a 1B number 2 kind of guy. Is that the right way to go? What we saw last season, if you can find a number 1, because like I said, you don't got a lot of picks. But to me, in the draft, I would rather see them go get a wide receiver, because I think later in the draft, you take a swing at a wide receiver, it's more likely to hit than taking a swing at a 4th-round tackle and hoping, hey, while this guy's
we don't have our first, we only got our second, right?
We have our second. Let me look up the picks again. I believe
it's
we have
a high second, right?
Yeah, because we sucked, but but we do have our second. Let me see here.
I'm taking a tackle.
All right, so
I'm taking the best tackle available right away.
I was looking at it yesterday. I mean, it's not that many tackles in free agency because the one dude I was looking at was Armstead. It's not that many receivers. You got A-Rob, you got Chris Godwin, you got Devontae Adams. Out of the three, the cheapest option would be A-Rob. Goodwin is gonna have to take less money because I would try to take a flyer on him.
I'm not taking A-Rod because realistically, he doesn't get any separation. He's not that receiver.
Yeah, but
he does not get any separation.
I think
that I agree with.
I'm with you on that, but I think what
Zashawn, welcome to the super fans.
Pauls and Eberflus was talking about yesterday was they just looking for a third down target. They're looking for a third down to immediately my man went to Chris Godwin. But the thing is, he probably won't. And I'm with Chris Godwin. But the thing is, he won't be back till week 9.
I'm trying to get Cordero Patterson because he's a free agent.
That's not gonna help.
But they ran him more at the running back than at the slot.
That's not gonna help.
When the play breaks down for Patrick Mahomes, who he drop it down to?
I mean, he's talking about like a legit third down guy.
Absolutely not. When the play broke down in third down, he absolutely was going to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce was always open. Travis
Kelce was always open.
Tyreek Hill was the one that had them catches that led that drive when those plays were breaking down. A lot of that stuff that Tyreek Hill did was all freestyle. He ended the route. He didn't have any room, and he freestyled the rest, and he made big plays. Cordero Patterson has that ability. I'm trying to go get Cordero Patterson.
But that's not Cordero.
I mean, that's okay.
Okay, did you not see him last season?
I did.
At the running back position.
At the running back, though.
No. Look at his receiving yards. Buddy was getting busy.
That's cool. I understand that. They're looking for legit third down guys.
Yeah, his
Godwin, that dude that you picked up in fantasy last season would be one of those guys.
But here's my thing on Chris Godwin. He's hurt. You don't know what he's gonna be. To me, there's a lot of guys like I keep hearing Calvin. By the way, Bears draft,
not the fantasy league I won. By the way,
Bears draft capital. Bears draft capital this season. They have rounds 2, 3, 5, and 6, and an additional 5th round. They obtained in the trade to send Anthony Miller to the Texans.
Every time he see me, he gotta say, "Oh, king of the fantasy league, P Kid." That's what he gotta say because he talked all that trash. Oh, king of the fancy league, P Kid.
But you know what you got,
everybody. Let's get that going on.
We up 3-0.
You said what?
Hey, every time you see me, I gotta remind you we up 3-0. So
check the waves. I beat you in real life. You talking about a game we don't even play.
That's fine. That's fine. Not my style right now. I can get it if I want to. I just don't feel like it right now.
You get what right now?
Hey, Ringo said, I don't brush my hair. I'm just coming to hoop.
Dog,
this is a one
day.
Right
this is like a one day because I might want to like not have my hair sticking up when I'm walking outside type thing. These naturals, baby, don't this juices and berry. Anyway, I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm Cordero Pat. Well, listen, there's a lot of free agents,
but not good ones.
Well, depends on what you consider good.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of talent at the wide receiver position in free agency this year. It's just a matter of you being able to being able to get them in there. At the tackle position, there's never going to be a lot because good tackles are hard to come by, right?
And by the way, before while we on this topic, they did lock up Orlando Brown. I saw that yesterday.
The Chiefs signed Orlando Brown. I didn't see that. Get out. Go.
Yeah, something about Orlando Brown. I think he got locked up, or they tagged him or something like that.
Did the Bills lock down Sanders?
Emmanuel Sanders is like, ain't he like 35 or something?
And he better than our whole receiving core?
Emmanuel Sanders looks a lot better than he really is just because he's very far down the receiver list. When Emmanuel Sanders had to be the number one on your team, he wasn't able to really produce the way he was. But when he became the 2-3, all of a sudden it was, oh yeah, Emmanuel Sanders is also really good. He is up there in age too, but I just feel like here's the thing, right? For me, in free agency, you have to look at the line. Because that's a position that it's okay if you overspend on a tackle if it keeps your possible franchise quarterback off his back. When you talk about wide receivers, have we seen enough that teams have been able to find those consistent receivers later in the draft? Now it's going to be yet to see what the Bears are going to be able to do with it because we haven't seen Ryan Poles draft. But
I would say we don't need receivers.
The Chiefs are going to likely
throw the ball.
Tag Orlando Brown.
Hey, we ain't had a whole lot of time to see Justin Fields throw the ball well enough for us to even know what our receivers really look like. Like at this point, O-line, right tackle, left tackle, we got to get that together, baby. Like once he's in the pocket and he has the time to actually think, then I can judge our receivers.
And you're putting a lot, but you know what? We kind of mentioned it yesterday, and just looking at how like there is something to be said to say when this play breaks down, who's that guy you can go to?
We're still on this one, by the way.
Do the Bears have that?
Yeah, that's what I.
Is that Cole Kmet? Is that Darnell Mooney? Is that in the room already? To me, there is something to be said. Maybe it is Allen Robinson. At a minimum, I know if you run Allen Robinson on a 10-yard route, you hit him in the hands, he can come down with it. Now, does that mean Allen Robinson's going to be take the top off the defense guy? No, he's not. He's not going to get that separation. He's not going to get the distance between them to get those 50-50 balls consistent enough.
Pause.
But is having that safety blanket worth the price for Allen Robinson?
I mean, honestly, he would be the cheapest option. He's already there. I mean, he was already in the system.
Well, I think he didn't want to be with the previous Ryan.
I mean, it wasn't an open line of communication. That's why I said if the line of communication is open, I would try to get him back. Because I as much as I want Godwin, I don't know about Godwin until I see him back week 9. Because that's probably what's gonna wind up happening.
Yeah.
Look, you mentioned the Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase connection. Were you trying to go the route of them drafting one of the receivers that he had at Ohio? Was that the route you were going?
Just finding that consistent receiver. Just finding that guy that. Why is your dad always yelling in the back?
Just mute your mic for a second. Bro. Just mute your mic for a second.
Just finding that consistent receiver that Justin can go to when he has to make a play. Because we saw that with Jamar and Joe. Like Joe got into a lot of situations where it's like this finna get ugly. But Jamar was there. So there is something to me to having that safety blanket on your team if you can make it work consistently. But there's also, like, to me, I would rather, like you said, maybe one of the guys he threw to at Ohio State, maybe just a wide receiver that's in the draft that is that big body, is that take the top off of the defense kind of guy, to where Justin has that consistent weapon he can go to. And you go to free agency for your left tackle. Because I think drafting a tackle is not going to do as well as signing a tackle, right?
Mm-hmm.
What gets the Bears in the best position to win right now? Is it a tackle that's already in the league, or is it finding a rookie? To me,
It's a
you
tackle
need
that's
to have
already in
those
the league.
vets there.
Yeah, you gotta have vets at that position, in my opinion. I agree with you on that one. You can roll the dice on the receiver. That's just my take on it. And again, pros might say differently. But from what I've seen, heard, and limited experience I've had within that, that's what it was. And so, while I would love to have another premier, receiver, even have Robinson if he, at his peak, I don't
Yeah.
think that would be good. I don't think he's going to show up. I don't think he wants to be there. I think a change of scenery for him is what he needs.
I think he want to go to a quarterback that he know coming in can throw.
Yeah. And that's okay. Like sometimes a bad situation happens and you just got to take your leave, and that's cool. So I'm okay with us moving away from him. In fact, I think we should move away from him. I think he probably have more energy. Heck, he probably look like James Harden coming, leaving the Nets. Who knows?
Hey, James Harden leaving. James Harden leaving any team.
Anywhere. He might actually be like getting separation, getting those 50-50 balls on a more consistent basis. But at this point, I just like the fact that we're in conversations. Like we're in conversations for what's my man's name from Green Bay? How did I forget his name?
Devontae
Adams. We're in that conversation. It's a remote chance, but we're in the conversation. Like he would actually want to come there, potentially. I like that. I like that we have that opportunity there. So, but again, it doesn't matter if our QB can't get him to rock. So I'm with shoring up the line by all means necessary. You spend the money, all means necessary. You do whatever you got to do to fill that position by all means necessary to make sure that Justin has protection.
I agree, and I think the best thing that the Bears can do moving forward, especially because listen, and it seems like Aaron Rodgers is going nowhere. Unfortunately, it seems like Aaron Rodgers is going nowhere. They talked about how he is basically Gutekunst has essentially said Gutekunst has essentially said nobody has reached out on trades for Aaron Rodgers. His inboxes are empty when it comes to trades for Aaron Rodgers, which I don't know if I believe that.
He a lie and a half. He a lie for God. On God, he a lie.
Somebody call Cap.
He a lie.
Here's the reason I say there's a chance, right? Because
there's a chance that nobody wanted Aaron Rodgers.
No, not that nobody wants him, but the thing that I feel like is they're waiting to see what Aaron's game plan is in this whole thing. Because we know what Aaron's plan. Aaron wants to get Devontae Adams paid. Hey, we're gonna get Devontae paid, and I'm not coming back unless you have my star wide receiver there. I'm not coming back unless that. So he's gonna hold out until they sign Devontae to a contract. Once they sign Devontae to a contract, then all of a sudden you're gonna hear, "Hey, I'm back in the building. I'm here. Hey, I've never not liked the Packers. I love y'all."
My grandmama grave, buddy, lying through his teeth. At the very least. You know what? Aaron Rodgers could say right now, I want to go play for the Bills. And they will probably think about cutting Josh Allen. But that's how cold that man is.
Right now. I think that's what it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they think about
it. That's what it is. Like, you don't want to overplay your hand if you're these other teams to where, hey, yeah, I can get Aaron Rodgers back, but I don't want to just throw a package out there and I could have got him for less of a package because he don't want to be in Green Bay anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like if Aaron Rodgers says I'm done, no, this is the thing. If Aaron Rodgers says I'm done with Green Bay has to move on from him, or they're gonna lose him for nothing.
Yeah, next season. Or is it this season?
Yeah, no. They no. He would play for the Packers. They could franchise him this season.
The tricky thing about it is the Packers can absolutely franchise tag Devontae.
They can franchise tag both of them.
After that, they could re-sign Aaron, but then Aaron Jones is up for a new contract.
Yeah,
you can't franchise 2 players.
No, yeah, you can only franchise 1.
Oh, maybe I just
franchise one a
misunderstood what you
year.
were saying.
You can franchise one a year. So they can franchise Devontae this year.
So it's either
Get Aaron back. Aaron's still under contract. So you can franchise Devontae this year. Aaron plays out the last year of his deal, and then you can franchise it. You know what I'm saying? The power is in the hand of the team.
Yeah, but what you gonna do with Aaron Jones?
Aaron is a running back. Get him out of here. I don't care.
He don't like
hey, that's it. Hey, that's you, but that's his guy.
He don't like running backs, dog.
Now I will say that's different. If Aaron Rodgers says no, you got to keep him here. That's a very different situation. But I mean, he's a running back, dog. Like, find another. Hey, listen, his backup came in last year. He was pretty cool too.
Like the Lakers next year.
Hey, listen. That man, Aaron Jones was so cold that when he got hurt, they running back production did not dip. Just saying. Now all of a sudden, hey, and then all of a sudden after that, all the conversation becomes is, well, they got a 2-back system. No, they didn't. He just got hurt, and you figured out the other dude can play.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. I mean, Baki, I like the comment. The only thing with that is everybody know that Jordan Love is trash. So it's like,
I feel like the Packers have not put any faith in.
It's like you can't say that he's gonna be petty.
Hey,
it's like everybody know he's trash.
When they thought Aaron was leaving, they immediately started looking at free agent quarterbacks. I was like, dang, dog, like. Hey, that's exactly what Tampa did.
No.
Hey, that's exactly what Tampa did too. When Tom Brady retired, all you heard was who's going to be the free agent quarterback. I was like, you're not even going to give Kyle Trask a chance? You drafted him, dang, dog.
But you saw what Bruce said. He was like, trading away Tom Brady's contract would be bad business. That man is coming back for one more season.
Hey, I think he gonna have another run in him. I ain't gonna lie to you.
one more season.
This the thing though. Right off into the sunset. Don't come back. I don't want to see him come back because he come back.
I don't want to see him come back. He's not leaving on the L.
I don't want to see him come back.
It's not
now if he came back
on the L, bro.
If he came back this year, that'd be fine because you're going through the regular off. But if like he take a year off and then come back, like that don't really work. There's not a lot of players that take a year off and they come back the same dude or better. Like usually it's like, oh yeah, I haven't taken these hits in a while. Oh, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? So especially what is it, 45, 46, that time it's okay.
Hey man.
Tom, go into announcing. Go ahead, go into announcing. You can get just as much money as you was getting in Tampa.
I'm walking clean into ownership. What you
mean? That man got a movie coming out about him. And he's playing
he could do the Troy Aikman thing, get 20-25 M's, same thing he got as a QB for Tampa, and be making just as much money to still talk about the game he loves and trash all the QBs he beat. He can sit there and say, yeah, you saw that coverage right there? This is how we used to do it. And we'll eat every line up. Why? Because it's Tom freaking Brady. If Tom Brady gets behind that announcer's booth, whatever organization puts him in behind that booth, they're going to not only throw him a bag, their stock is going to go up 1,000-fold. It's Tom freaking Brady. Like if Michael Jordan said, I want to do what Shaq and Chuck do, we watching every game.
Yeah.
It's Tom Brady.
No, you know what that is though? That's a difference in money though. Like Troy Aikman's whole career, Troy Aikman made I think it's like 40 million. It might be less than that.
I mean, he played in the 90s.
That's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. Like players now, like I think about the fact that we used to see Magic Johnson breaking down games.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, dog, that's like the greatest point guard of all time. Breaking down games for ESPN. Like, what is he doing up there? Like, he can do anything he wants until he got that big money, that ownership money, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm done."
No, that's called building a brand.
I'm gonna go on the Sparks.
You do stuff like that to build a brand. That's
but it's that difference in money. You know what I'm saying? Jordan got at the time one of the biggest contracts we'd ever seen in basketball, and at that point, he was like, "Well, I'll come back and play ball again for sure. Give me a stake in ownership."
You want a nerd stat for you real quick? If you adjusting it for inflation, Michael Jordan is still the highest paid player ever.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
My man got 30 M's a year in the 90s.
Yeah.
You adjust for inflation? Yeah, I think he just got surpassed.
We gonna
Supermax contracts.
Hey, we're gonna give Jordan the top spot on that as well. Just everything Jordan do.
Dog, it's facts though.
I just think that like when I'm looking at the stars then versus the stars now, the stars now that you see in the booth are the dudes that either just got one ring and most of their career was just kind of like, I'm just trying to get there. It's usually not the dudes with multiple rings.
Yeah,
or if it is, it's the old dudes. Like Troy got multiple rings, but Troy also didn't clear stupid money like that. Like who's a new dude with a ring? I guess Drew. But Drew really not doing the games. You know what I'm saying? Like Akeem Talib is in there. Greg Olsen don't have a ring.
Hey.
Tony Romo.
$33 million adjusted for inflation.
Man, ain't nobody can pay more M's than Tony though.
Hey, Tony's Super Bowl is every time he signed a check.
ain't nobody can pay more M's than Tony. Like, and it's a difference too, because it's like every time Troy get the Cowboys, oh yeah, that was decent. I can't understand why they're doing this.
Hey,
and then Tony bring out the full.
Tony be killing the Cowboys. He be going in. He be like, "What are you doing? That's just not intelligent." Well, I'd be like, "Dang, Tony!"
Right, but it's a difference because Troy will do it, and it was like that was a good move. That was horrible.
Yeah, I understand the move here. I don't.
Like, okay, we get it. You play, bro. You play for them. Like,
so here's a question for y'all.
Would you sign LeBron to a $110 million over 2?
$110 million over 2. At the time that he had, when Jordan got his contract, it was when he was coming off of a championship and was still dominating. So yeah, if it's the same timeline like that,
Mike basically got $110 million over 2 years, adjusted for inflation in the 90s.
Yeah, I would do that. If he like you got to think about the time
That's
when
like
Jordan got
$200 million over 4.
Yeah, but Jordan got it in 97, 98, 96, 97, 97, 98. So that's off of a championship, off of championship number 4, and you had the team around him that had been rolling at that point. If Bron is in that same situation, yeah, sure. A lot of dumb money, but hey, 2 championships.
Amount of money.
Hey, now here's the thing. You also have to think about this. No one else on the team's making money. Like Mike got that contract, but Scotty's still signed to the same deal. Dennis is signed to the same deal.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen. Here's where my pushback is. All of them dudes was making more than Mike doing the first 3-peat. Mike's first contracts was trash.
Scotty wasn't making more than Mike.
Scotty was definitely not making more money.
Mike made all right.
Scotty in fact, the money that
he was making like 2 M's a year.
The money that they were supposed to give Scotty, they gave to Tony Kukoc.
Kukoc might have been making more than Mike.
Mike at his peak. In Mike's prime, he was making $3.2 million a year.
The 7 M Scotty.
Yeah, but Scotty signed for like 15 over 6.
Okay.
Right, and then the extra $7 million that Scotty was supposed to get, they gave to Tony.
Mike didn't make more than $1 million a year until almost right up until they were making a playoff run. His first 3 seasons, he did not make $1 million at all.
Yeah, but that was normal in the NBA back then.
When he finally did re-up, he's making $2 million, $2 million, $2 million. Wins a championship, now you make 3. Mike by far was.
Hey, what's his name? What's his name? Told you. Hey, listen, we'll make if you sign this deal, don't come back to me. Now the NBA, you also have to take into account the NBA had not blown up yet. The NBA was not what it was until Mike is in those championship years and they go over to Barcelona, and now it's a worldwide brand.
And by the way, Scottie made more than Mike in his career. And he only played 2 more seasons.
Yeah, but Scottie got a dumb contract when he re-signed with the Bulls too. And the Blazers gave him a lot of money. The Blazers gave Scottie a lot of money.
I mean, Mike went to the Wizards.
And the Rockets gave
They got an ownership stake. Hey, listen.
He couldn't have an ownership stake in play.
No, he got it after. He literally owned a piece of the Wizards the year he retired. Like that's a you can't even quantify that in
You really can't.
Hey, that's
You really can't.
that's
That's
a
a
hey
good
Mike,
point.
listen, we're gonna bring you back. We're
That's
gonna
a good
have you.
point.
We're gonna have you make. Hey, listen, we'll give you a solid. What do you make that year? 10, maybe 10 million, something like that. I can't hear you. Your mic cut out.
He made $2 million.
The Wizards year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, we gonna give you $2 million.
He didn't make a lot at all.
Hey, we gonna give you $2 million, but you get 10%.
But he really played for the love of the game because he was not getting bread.
Hey, no, come on, dog. Hey, kid. Hey, come on. We're gonna give you a discount this season, but you get 10% stake in the Washington Wizards.
I mean, if the Wizards was worth it back then, I think what was the Wizards worth? They were definitely under 100 mil, 200 mil. They were under 200 mil.
Kid, it's still 10% or 200 mil.
Yeah, if I sold my stake, I only got 20 mil. That ain't enough.
No, but that's the money that gets you started in the ownership circles.
Hold on, let's see. What was Washington Wizards?
2000, 2005,
One second, I
Washington.
gotta take this call real quick.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on now. That was literally just like, hey, I'm just pulling up and making this money. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But no, looking at the NFL, looking at the movement we're going to see. If the Bears lock up that position, left tackle, wide receiver, whatever that position you think is, that gets them into winning, what is their ceiling going into next year?
That gets them, well, depending on what they do.
Devin Booker entered health and safety protocols. We still doing that?
Oh, well,
That's
they're
tough.
well, we gonna get into
And they
that
got
later.
no CP.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get into that later because that's real interesting.
Yeah, that's real interesting. I didn't know we were still doing that.
What was I gonna say though? But depending on where that puts them, I mean, you already better than the Lions. But you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't think the line needs a lot of work. I think the roles need to be defined. Like if you move Tevin Jenkins back to his original position, because I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. Like you had I keep forgetting you had Jason Peters. That Buddy was fishing, bro. He was 40.
Bro, Buddy had no preseason.
He was 40.
Buddy had no preseason.
Let's be real.
That man was just out there running.
And he had no shame. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, I was out there fishing. They picked me up. I got the call. Hey, look." But no, he was out there fishing. I mean, you put Tevin Jenkins back in his regular position. You sign that left tackle. That's gonna shore up. That's gonna shore up. A lot of stuff for Justin. Is it gonna be great? But nah, that's gonna relieve the process of him having to divulge so much information and help. So now you can go out and you can get those receivers on the backside because truth be told, I do like the running back room that y'all got. I think if Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus implement what they said yesterday about having a balanced system, the Bears will have one of the best running back duos in the league next season. They can because Khalil and this just show you how messed up Matt Nagy was. Khalil Herbert got you 2 100-yard games. when Montgomery was out. And then after that, he come back, and I get Montgomery got to get the carries, but you don't see him again.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, they shut that up. You get your receiver on the backside. They can make some noise, but now everything that we talked about helping Justin, this absolutely does that. This absolutely does that because now you got the offense. Now after that, we can start focusing on those defensive pieces because y'all got defensive linemen coming out the woodwork.
Yeah, we do find those guys pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just interesting to see, right? Like even making all of those moves, like you heard Bill Polian talk about what the Bears have, and he said you basically have 6 blue chip pieces that you can't get rid of. And so to me, I'm like, okay, that puts it in perspective of where this team is right now. And in my mind, do we have the capital? Do we have the money to fix this all in one offseason? That's yet to be seen. I don't know if this is, even with finding your left tackle of the future, right? I don't know if I go into next season saying, no, the Bears are a 10-win team. I don't know if I go into next season saying the Bears are above 500 team. And how do we quantify that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would take Justin Fields having a leap. Like a ridiculous talent leap.
Oh, well, you know the leap don't happen until year 3.
I mean, it happens.
Well, I'll take that. I'll take
it
that
happens.
back because
Joe Burrow won a Super Bowl.
Lamar's leap was year 2.
Lamar's leap was year 2. Joe Burrow came back healthy, gets his team to a Super Bowl. Quarterbacks are doing it sooner. Normally, we can't hear you, kid. You got your mic.
You.
Patrick Mahomes had the leap of all leaps. That man said, hey, I sat on a bench and then threw 50 touchdowns the first year I started. How about that?
And I didn't know what I was doing.
I just learned the system. 90 touchdowns later. Like that dude is a freak of nature. Like when I look back at the money they gave him, I was like, why would they do that? Then I look back at his stats. I was like, this man ain't threw for less than 4,000 yards since he started.
No, he got it. He got it.
He actually has a touchdown to completion ratio on par with Aaron Rodgers.
They're scared. But now look, I was just about to bring that up. The scary
and 4
part
FC championships to go with it.
Hey, once he start, keep throwing the ball away, taking them checkdowns. Hey, bro, you gonna start seeing the 37s and you gonna start seeing the 37s and 3s.
Oh yeah, that was the biggest thing for him this year. His problem this year at the beginning of the year was that he was trying to like be Superman, and we were like, dog, like
the check down with
Kelsey right there. Like you need to take that check down a little bit. We're seeing a lot of pieces that could be on the move, y'all. Who's the piece that you most expect to move in the league and make an immediate impact on that team?
Football, right?
Football.
Speaking of on the move.
Yeah. Saquon's possibly on the move, my
big
boy.
Segue.
How you feel about that? How you feel about that?
At this. I mean, honestly, bro, it's time.
Great draft pick, bro.
It's time. It's time. I think
needed offensive line help, like 7 linemen.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey, I've been right on this since the day y'all drafted.
Nah, because that's it, bro. You don't know how many times I was just the first year I was like 2,000 yards from scrimmage. No, wow, what are we talking about? Immediately. Bro,
I
just
looked at that man. I was like, and 5 wins.
The crazy thing about
2,000
it,
yards
I
from
was
scrimmage.
And I
no line means a lot of wear and tear.
We went to the wing stop, and we was they had him on the TV screen. I was like, bro, he's gonna tear his ACL at some point.
Oh yeah.
At some point he's gonna tear his ACL. But it's time for him to be on the move, bro. I mean, like Dave got him and botched this whole thing.
Here's
and
my
look,
question.
it's not,
Is his career ruined because of that? And the reason I say that is normally with running backs, one, when they're traded, but two, when they go through a catastrophic injury like that, they do not come back the same dude. Now, 60% of Saquon is absolutely better than 100% of most backs in the league. But did he, to me, being in New York robbed him of the opportunity of being one of those iconic, historic backs, Derrick Henry, Adrian Peterson, Walter Payton, one of those guys.
Oh no, yes, absolutely, because you know what I'm saying? He never got the help that, you feel me, we was promised. Like we got sold on, we was gonna have, even if we was gonna ship Eli out, we was gonna have him, and we was gonna have Odell. We just needed a QB, and we just needed a couple offensive line pieces.
Yeah,
we never got that. We never got that, and truth be told, it killed him. Now I will say, wherever he goes, if he gets a great offensive line, I think he can bounce back to the extent, you know, that he was previous. I don't know about that because I haven't seen it. But
right.
with him being the dual threat that he is, because he could still catch the ball. He can still catch the ball. He can still run those routes. He can still run the ball. I mean, we're not gonna act like 2 years ago the man didn't have 90 catches.
No, he's a
Well,
dual
it was
threat.
3
But
years ago, and I take this into consideration when we say that his career is not over by a long shot. I mean,
it's not. If he goes somewhere else where they're solid, like I'm trying to think of it.
He's a good number 2 on a nice squad right now until he's like more comfortable. He's a good number 2. Like I look at, like, I know he's a game changer and stuff like that. And don't take this disrespectful, but you know, there's good and there's great. He ain't a great running back. He's a good running back.
No, he had the possibility.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
First year
he had the
could have.
possibility to be great.
That's what I'm saying. That's the question. Did the Giants rob him of that?
They robbed him of that.
2,000 yards from scrimmage is crazy. Over 1,000 yards
listen.
catching and over 1,000 yards rushing. That's crazy.
Three running backs, 2,000 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah.
Not 90 catches.
Yeah.
I get you.
No, bro, that's great. Only 3 people have done it.
But he'll probably never get back to that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he'll probably. That's why I asked the question. That's why I asked.
I know that, but when you say he had the possibility to be great,
hey, listen.
You know, I stopped living in the if moments, just because, like, it don't matter at this point. Like, where he is now, the contract he gets now, where he lands, is all determined on what he's going to do now. Like, this is one of those situations where it's not based off what you did in the past. It's based off of what you can do moving forward. Totally different in the NFL. And so now his potential, the peak of his potential has passed him by until he can show us differently. This is one of those, unfortunately, I hate to use this phrase, like a guilty until proven innocent type thing. You're gonna have to show me now.
Well, no, I agree with you. And the fear is that he becomes a Todd Gurley. You know what I'm saying? Todd Gurley is still in the NFL and a solid 28 years old. And he went from being the running back in the NFL to
a running back,
another running back on a roster.
No, he was wild.
And so, like, that's the reason why I asked the question. Like, did him being on the Giants rob him of having that all-time great conversation career?
Because like I said, we got sold something.
I feel like he goes down as an Andre Johnson.
Absolutely was never the case.
I feel like he goes down like Andre Johnson did. Andre Johnson, everybody knew he was a great wide receiver. They just knew that his quarterback was Matt Schaub.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. The biggest move for me, the biggest person who immediately shakes some stuff up right now, even if it doesn't relate to actual touchdowns all the time, it's still Julio Jones. Julio Jones, but end zone to end zone, still one of the most dynamic receivers on the field, and he can absolutely be that guaranteed dot.
He was
to
hurt.
move the chains. Now in the end zone for some odd reason, don't really translate.
He's hurt.
But if you again 99 yards between the 90 yards between them end zones, that man is a god. Don't know what that's about, but I'm just saying.
And that's such a weird one, right? Because what's more important? What do you quantify as more important?
Moving the chains.
I mean, you can move the chains. It don't matter if we
if you don't get into the end zone, though. You know what I'm saying?
If we settling for 3, what is we doing?
No,
and that's what
it's not about.
That's what happened.
If you're selling for 3, that means the rest of your team is not doing anything. That's the problem.
No, true. But I mean, like when you're that go-to dude, like if I'm gonna give you, and he got dumb money. If I'm gonna give you that dumb money, like he got the dumb money based on, hey, you gonna get in there or what's going on with that? Hey, and it's on Matt Ryan too. Matt Ryan would see that man wide open in the corner and be like, let me check out this double coverage over here.
What did I tell you that one year we was playing fantasy? That man did not look. That man to have a buck 02.
He would have 175 yards in a game.
I throw him
and
the ball
have
in the end
0 touchdown.
Hey, but guess what? If I'm the Bears, that's my third down receiver. If I'm really talking about it, my third down receiver
is he not
he's
healthy.
Staying on the field these last few years though.
Bro, this man missed like what 8 games?
And he missed 8 games last year. He missed like 6 the year before that. Like that's Julio's problem. It's like, hey, I mean, listen, if he's still 100% healthy, he's still the premier receiver in the NFL. He's still in the conversation of, hey, this is the best wide receiver in the league. The difference is that like Devontae Adams also puts up those numbers
and gets
into the end zone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I feel like
better position is looking for him though.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Well, listen,
Aaron Rodgers is looking for him to get to the end zone. Matt Ryan was looking for him to just get this conversion off, and it was like, hey, if you look at his conversions, them conversions is high. Like his plays on third down are high. So it's like
there's almost no touchdowns. The last year he was with, maybe 2 years before he was with Matt Ryan, I remember looking at it. All of Julio's touchdowns were long touchdowns.
Yep.
Like all of them, like they were like either a bomb or it was like he broke a tackle and ran. Like there was like maybe 1 or 2 that was legitimately Julio in the red zone.
Oh well, that's because, and that was because up until that point we had never seen nothing like that. I mean, you talking about what is Julio, a 6'4" dude wearing a 4.2, 4.3?
I mean, he's freaky. I mean, he's stupid tall, but he's stupid small too. Like he's a skinny dude.
Nah, it's just but hey,
everything's in the feet. Any stretch of imagination. Like, he'll be a wing on an NBA team.
Is Julio that tall?
He's 6'3". He's 6'3", 220.
6'3", 6'4".
That's crazy.
6'3", 220, but he's built like he built like Chad Johnson.
But yeah, everybody that talks about him says in the feet, bro. Like
Chad Johnson,
it's in his feet and in his hands, bro. Like he creates so much separation that it's like you don't even see him like running. Come on, Randy Moss.
With what?
Yeah, I'm kind. I don't.
Randy Moss with what? Like, that was a random statement.
Yeah,
I'm confused. I'm like, okay, Randy Moss. Okay.
Julio to me, yeah, he big. You know what, Steve-O, you're right. He big because Chad was under 200. I just thought about it as soon as I said Chad was under 200. He was
skinny.
Chad was 6'1", 6'2", but he was under. He was.
Trust in McDonald's.
I'd wait more than Chad most of my life.
Trust in McDonald's.
The best size and speed combo. Yeah, Randy Moss. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, size and speed.
No, fam, stop. Megatron is the best size.
Bro. Yeah, what is we talking about?
Listen,
hey, bro, you can't get triple teamed, and then it's just like,
hey, legitimately, kid, I need you to go back and look at how they played defense on this
I
man.
looked
They
at
still
it.
got touched. Fam, it was literally me, you, and Ringo standing across from him. Ringo take the front and push him and then try to follow him from behind. The other two are trying to play over the top, and he still turn around, reach up with one hand, pull it down, and push somebody out the way. Like, fam, he was wild. Now, the difference is he was on the Lions. But dog, I'm telling y'all, Megatron, if Megatron got to do the Matt Stafford, like he asked for a trade, they just wouldn't trade him. If he was allowed to get traded, shout out to MDT and becoming a super fan. If he was allowed to get traded, dog, oh my God, Megatron with a quarterback. And wasn't they talking about Atlanta for him?
Yeah, at the time, because
I think they were talking about Atlanta at the time. Megatron with Matt Stat or with Matt
Johnson.
Oh my
in
God!
9 seasons has 20 more touchdowns than Julio Jones.
Oh no, Chad was a problem, man. Chad will also tell
not Chad. I mean, Megatron. Calvin
Megatron.
Johnson.
Oh,
Megatron.
Megatron has 83 touchdowns. Julio Jones has 61.
And literally, 75 of them are double and triple covered. Like, take away his first season when he was, oh my God. After that, how we defending this guy? The defense.
Hey, he played the wrong sport.
That was just like, oh, he's grabbing me. Oh my God, Matt.
Hey, bro. I'll say this, right? There's legitimately, and maybe it's just because we got to see him more versus him. There's legitimately one cornerback that consistently was able to compete.
Oh, that's Peanut Tillman.
And Peanut Tillman.
Hey.
And because of that alone, forget all the other numbers, forget all the other stats. That alone, you in the hall.
hey, you know he was that good when he had to, bro. He wrote Tillman a letter. He was like,
that's a fact. When Peanut retired, he was so good. Megatron wrote him a letter. Hey, but you know why? Because everybody would be trying to go head up with Megatron, which is dumb because Megatron was what, 6'5"? The dumbest thing in the world. I'm 5'10". I'm gonna see if I can go head up with Megatron. Dummies. And then what the heck is going on in the chat? And then not our chat, the group chat.
It's getting wild, dog.
It's getting wild. Relax, y'all. But then
getting wild.
All right, I'm cool. After this morning, I'm straight.
That's wild, dog. Yeah, Jesus, J Mark, good Lord, J Mark, fan. It's one of them. He was one of
what
them
I miss.
Nah,
I'll tell you after. That's not on the show conversation.
I'm always down for good J Mark slander.
Oh yeah, it's always good. It's always a good time.
He always does it to himself.
Here, so we went on a tangent on that. Megatron was so freaky. I'm finna watch the Megatron highlights today. He was ridiculous. Who you said Julio is that guy that makes the biggest difference?
Yeah.
To me, same team, but an addition that I think is there for them. And I think it puts them in Super Bowl conversation. I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off because of how the market that they probably want to be in. But Russell Wilson to Tennessee. If Russ is on the move, Tennessee should absolutely be the team that's on his radar. Because they're legitimately a quarterback away from a Super Bowl. The problem with Tennessee is, hey, listen, everybody's selling out for the run. We got to find a way to stop Derrick Henry. If Russell Wilson was to go to Tennessee, you can't find a way to stop Derrick Henry anymore. Because, hey, we stopped Derrick Henry. Oh, dang, he just threw that thing right over. And look at that. There he goes right there. A.J. Brown, another touchdown.
The team won't look the same. Seahawks will.
But that would be the same thing as what they had in Seattle, though. I mean, you running the ball and then you looking for a touchdown.
I love
Beast Mode, but he ain't Derrick Henry.
I love Beast Mode, but he ain't Derrick Henry. Beast
I'm
mode is
saying,
legitimately
you
my
still
favorite running
gonna be
back.
looking for the one-play touchdown, no?
You said what?
I'm gonna be
I
looking
said
for
you
the
still
man
gonna be
who
looking for the
can.
one-play
No,
touchdown, no?
I think you try to use Derrick Henry less.
No, yeah, absolutely.
You
I
don't
think what they
diminish
need
his
is
usage
they need a
completely.
backup. You talked about a backup running back. I wouldn't mind seeing Saquon in Tennessee.
No,
You know what's funny? You know who need to go down there and play some football down there?
in Tennessee.
Zion Williamson.
Hey, I told y'all.
Listen, he put on the weight. He still move as fast. He bullying people. Throw on some pads, dog. Go make some money because basketball just ain't gonna work out for you for some odd reason. I'm
with T Mac, man. I'm with T Mac. Zion Williamson need to go get his body done in the offseason. Zion Williamson need to go get a BBL and just heal up, dog.
Not the butt lift. Man said he needs to go get a BBL.
Hey,
wow,
get the BBL,
dog.
get the lipo, get the waist tuck.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if I can't do what I need to do, I'm about to like some doctor.
Hey, lipo is not off the table.
That is true. Hey, at this point, it's all about what Sierra want to do.
No, that's
because I'm gonna tell you like this.
That.
If it was up to him, I don't think New York would be on the list.
Listen. I'm glad y'all really think that Sierra is gonna control where this man spends his professional career when it's only so many years you can be a professional QB. He's absolute. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm sure she has some say, but it's still this man's career and his legacy and things of that nature.
I agree that it's not going to be like everything she says is the go-to, but
I think a 20% chance.
Yeah, but
that her input has anything to do with that.
I'd say higher than 20. I think your wife's input.
40.
I think your wife's input means more.
Baby,
40,
look at this. You can be a singer the rest of your life. I'm only going to play football for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, but also
guess what? I need to go
York,
ahead and
there's
make this
opportunities for both of them.
But take the ride and be happy, or you could be singing them future songs. It's up to you.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I'm about to go win a Super Bowl.
First off, hey, listen. First off, we all know Russ is gonna do whatever he got to do to keep that girl happy, and I ain't mad at him for it. Shout out to you, Russ.
I think it's a happy spouse, happy house type.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he's
hey, I like that. Let's get that trending. So it ain't just the wife out here. Yeah, I'm saying happy wife, happy life. Hey, we men out here, we be pissed off sometimes too. Happy wife, happy life. Happy spouse, happy house. I like put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. Are you wearing an ABA hoodie right now, by the way?
NBA. It's inverted.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, where'd you find an ABA hoodie? But no, I'm
think for ABA ball though.
Hey, Raging going hard. He said, I can see him muffing her and telling him. I can see her muffing him and telling him no. Hey, relax, Raging. But no, I think that the difference is there. Like, if Russ comes back with, hey, I would like to go to Tennessee, I think that I could win a Super Bowl there. There's also enough teams out there where she could be like, but you could also win a Super Bowl here. You could also, like, Russ is the kind of quarterback, like you said, you would give up everything for Russ to come here. There's a lot of teams that absolutely would give up everything for Russ to be.
First off, Tennessee is a hot music crossroad, by the way.
That's for country.
Country music, come on.
No, they have a lot of R&B things down there too.
That's country.
That's the home of country music, dog. Come on now.
You better stop like New York and California ain't a flight away.
Hey, kid. I've been to Tennessee many a times. They take their country music serious. It's carved in the mountain.
We acting like these millionaires just can't catch flights to wherever the heck they want to go.
Trash.
No, I agree with you. And here's the thing, right? She might not even come with him. Most of these mugs don't get cribs in the city. Most of these mugs, like Zach LaVine, does not have a house in Chicago.
Oh no!
Like, most of these mugs go back home.
I thought Young Dolph was saying,
hey, where's Lonzo Ball right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, Lonzo Ball is not rehabbing in Chicago. That man went clean back to what you would call it, to LA.
So he gonna get a condo with a nice view, drive to that stadium in the off season. He gonna be back at his crib, man. Y'all better stop playing with the boy. Get that man into the Tennessee Titans jersey.
Hey,
and
man,
shut it up.
all I'm saying is the Giants will not be.
I don't want to hear nothing about no Sierra when it comes to this man's legacy. Because at the end of the day, that is before and after football. But during football, you need to understand it's football.
Yeah.
Football has replaced God on Sunday. You think he won't replace Sierra? You stop playing.
You think it won't replace Sierra? I don't know if it's gonna replace Sierra. Though.
Yeah,
listen, kid, just like you said, he can only play this game so long. He could be knocking down Sierra for the next 40 years.
that goes both ways, baby. Hey, would she rather be married to one-time Super Bowl could have been champion? Could have been, or would she rather be with the solidified dude who's balling like that, can get all the endorsements and stuff like that? Guess what? Winning comes with perks.
Hey,
being with the winner comes with perks.
To the extreme though? Why is it if Russell Wilson goes to Nashville, they get divorced? Like, what's the extreme there?
All I'm saying is New York would not be on the list if Sierra ain't had nothing to do with it.
What, New York ain't on the list because he don't want to die.
No, New York is on the list. New York is on the list.
Hey, I guarantee he don't.
Hey, shout out to Tanner, man. Say he been for some reason it didn't pop up in the restream chat, but he been a member for 3 months. Shout out to my boy, man. Member of the Breeze super fans. He said, "What up, fellas? 3 months as a channel member. Thanks for the great content. Shout out to you, my boy." Tanner always keeping it going with the tech, by the way. Hey, Tanner, I need you to review. I don't know if you did or not. I ain't seen it. I need you to review that LG wing. I might get that for content creation on the go, man. I saw that mug the other day. That mug is lit.
Certified step pop, Steve-O. Come on now.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being a certified stepdad if you got it like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah.
Hey, listen, she definitely. Hey, Corey, that's a fact. She definitely need him just as much because guess what? Without her being in the news based off of Sierra and Future, we kind of would have forgot about Shorty. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
that's okay. She's still making millions. She got a whole fashion you did, killing it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we would have forgot about her.
Who cares? I don't care if you forget me if I'm still making money.
They do.
hey, I don't care what y'all say. She made
let's not get it twisted. Sierra, if we basing it on who's making more, is the breadwinner for that family.
No, she not.
Sierra money is on the fashion side. Sierra is killing it, dog.
Absolutely, pleasure. Hey, she just made Banquet level up. That mess was all up.
Yes, Sierra is killing it money wise right now.
Bro, yeah, you got him mistaken.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, that's so funny, dog. We really talk about everything on this show, man. Make sure y'all share this thing up, man. Make sure y'all put this out on the on your Twitters, on your socials. Yeah, you know what I mean, send out the tweets, let people know that we got the show cracking here daily, Monday through Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. Shout out to y'all for pulling up, man. Her side hustles are better than the signing.
His net worth is triple hers.
His network, yeah. Hey, listen, I stopped paying attention.
You can't rely on Google.
I stopped paying attention to net worth when Chad Johnson showed how much money he had in his bank account, and his net worth said he was worth $8 million.
And you believed it?
Hey, no, Chad, he said it on the show. He was on a podcast talking about it. He said, how much money is in there? He was like, it's a lot of zeros. And it was like, no, you can say the numbers. Like, he's got 15 million sitting in that bank account, and he's got a lot of money in another one that's also connected to that one. He's got another money in another one that's also connected to that one.
Net worth
is based on your assets.
It's assets, liquidity, and all that stuff. He didn't say he paid taxes yet, stuff like that. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. You know, when you were making that type of money, you in the 39-40% tax bracket. So if you got 15 million liquid, guess what? That's about a good 7 million that you got to pay the taxes if that came in one deal. You feel me? Like depending on how you layered it up and stuff like that.
I don't pick sides on the political you dig at all, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, when I saw that tax plan,
trade things right now.
When I saw that tax plan, dog, I was like, geez, I plan on being in that tax bracket, dog. You can't do me like that.
Hey, you gotta. That's why you gotta get your businesses, man.
Oh yeah.
On paper, I don't make money. On paper, I am poor.
You are a non-for-profit.
On paper, I ain't had a check in like 2 years. Have I had a check in 2 years? like,
under the table.
no, it's all through my businesses. I have multiple LLCs.
No, I feel you.
mean,
Looking at some of the
guys
different.
gonna kill me when I try to get a loan for stuff, but we figuring that part out.
Definitely
we figuring that part out.
Definitely kills you, dog. Them when we was getting this house, they was like, yeah, just don't put his name on it. Yeah, give it a month. You could put him on there that he lived there after, but trying to buy this, yeah, don't put his name on it.
Yeah, that's the one thing about it that I didn't think about when I first did it. I thought I was being slick, but we working that out too. We got. Hey, listen, it's okay.
When you need a loan for anything, you got to come with for you to get a car. What you got to come with 10 bands up front.
No, they actually do my commission statements. Cars and stuff like that is easy. Property,
yeah, that ain't bad, dude. That's not bad.
No, for some odd reason, it was just property. Property's always been a hard part. But cars, I go buy a car today. Like no problem. Like it's
like flex.
Okay, big money.
No, I didn't mean like that. I've been looking at trying to get a different whip.
You kind of meant it like that.
Hey, if you could get the car today, what would it be though?
Oh, we already know. Come on now.
What would it be?
The what is that? The Bentley you sent me. I don't know cars like that, but I know it was a Bentley you sent me. What was it? An 08, 06?
No, it was a 13. It's a 13 Bentley GT Continental.
Yep. He talking about that car. He talking about that car so much. I know that it's a Bentley. Like I'm not even a car dude.
First off, it's not a flex. These are very accessible cars. If you looked at a brand new Tahoe, it costs more than a 2013 Bentley GT Continental. If you look at a brand new Ford F-150, it's there. So if you can afford that, if you really want to, you can afford the Bentley. I just like cars. I have an affinity for the Bentley line. I grew up wanting that car. It was one of the first exotic or luxury cars that I liked. That's all it was. Outside of that, no. Like if today, like right now, today, if it was something, it would be a BMW 750.
For me, it was always a Skyline GTR. That's the car I've always wanted. I'm gonna get
too much Fast and Furious back.
I'm gonna get that car. Now he's just being humble.
Hey, this is well before Fast and Furious. It's always been a Skyline GTR. Hey, until I saw the Jeep Wagoneer this year.
Pat can't go get that right now.
Hey, hey, when I saw the Jeep Wagoneer, I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now I want a Jeep with the
that mug ridiculous.
Honestly, bro, I always wanted a Jeep though. I'm not gonna lie, but with I seen one.
I can't count Pat's money.
It has a red interior in it though.
I don't know, but I do know that the GTR he can get for under 100. That Jeep Wagoneer is like
it's like 120K
before taxes.
Mm-hmm. It was probably coming out to about 140.
I have a neighbor who has one.
Steve-O, absolutely.
No, she has a base model though. It don't hit the same.
Yeah, what's the point of getting it?
It don't hit the same.
At that point, see, this is my thing, right? I'm not a name brand guy with nothing. Like I'm wearing my own brand, by the way. Cops and Breeze merch if y'all want. Like I'm not a name brand guy with nothing. None of the name brand stuff is like, oh my God, I have to have this. I need it. I need a Jeep. I needed to say, fam, if I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna get the car that's not the base model.
Yeah, I can't do base.
But then
no matter what the car, like right now, my Mazda is the base model because I got it for work and construction. I absolutely wanted the higher model, but then I was like, I'm gonna tear this thing up. So there's no point in me getting it. Now, next car, stop. Next car for
the GTR, and you just love the way you have, and you got a garage and everything, then we're gonna have a problem.
Come on, dog. I'll build an extra driveway, a part to go off on the side, just to have.
Now, here's my problem though. You want a GTR, but like the difference between a 09 GTR and like a 16 GTR is like there's no difference. Like they look the same.
No, I would get a. It's the Skyline though. They don't.
Oh, you mean the older one?
Yeah, they stopped making the Skyline. That's the one I want. So for me, You know what I mean? Like that's that.
Shout out,
You know what I'm saying?
So this
Because
don't got nothing to do with Fast and
Nissan
Furious,
got a
though?
new you dig now, don't they? They got a new what's that mug called? Type R? Nissan
I mean,
Type R?
they got a couple different ones, but if you're talking about one of those older GTRs, hey, more power to you, my boy.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, dumb money.
Yeah,
That mud, I'm pulling up.
cheap.
I'm pulling up in that mud like it's initial D out here. Like, stop playing with me. I
can't knock you for that choice of car because my car from that era that was kind of introduced, which is like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'd still rock a 96 Impala.
That's everybody though.
Nah,
hey,
some people rock it with the rims and stuff like that. I want that bad boy stock. Bone stock.
On ATL with the one in the back, they had the little thing in the back. You sit in the back, and the little 3 seats in the front. I wouldn't mind grabbing that though.
Hey, Steve-O, that's a fact.
Hey,
I'm trying to drive like the Stig. If you know who that is, shout out to you. That is a fact. Hey man, that is one of those things that like I've never been. Oh my god, we have to like. I need this. I need. Hey, the Monte Carlo. That's the getaway car. It's never been the thing that I needed. But then when I saw what doors it opens for you business wise, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a nice car.
Oh, facts, dog. Listen,
when 50 talked about how he got into one of the biggest club parties of the year because he pulled up in, I want to say it was whatever the newest BMW was.
It was an S5. It was S500. It was a
white
S500.
He who was it? Was it Dame? It might have been Dame. He thought he was one of his friends. And it was like, but they knew who 50 was, but it wasn't. He was like, oh, my bad. I thought you was somebody else. He was like, yeah. Hey, what you finna get on? I'm finna go in the club. Hey, we with you. All right. Like just him thinking that, oh, this dude got money. He gonna be in this car. Like he got that. Like that was the biggest flex I seen where it was like, no, that opened doors for him literally that day. And that's like how everything started getting the ball rolling with him getting distribution deals and stuff like that. But it was the first time I was like, you got to get a nice car. You can't be riding around in the in the 98 Buick no more. But I miss it so much. These cars are made of plastic. Forget them. Anyway, back to some sports, man. Question for y'all. Because of what we keep seeing from the Lakers. LeBron James says if he's not 12 feet under, the Lakers will have a chance. He says he's not worried going into the playoffs because he's on the team. Do you agree with him?
Chance to do what?
Hey.
Chance to do what?
That's funny. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Chance to do what?
That's all where you was going with. You see, I kind of.
I'm dead set. Chance to do what? Bro, they are horrible. Like, I don't know why they not flexing their games. Like, I get it. It's the Lakers, bro. But, dog, chance to do what? Like, y'all, I don't know, bro.
Here's the weird part about it, right? I don't know if they got a chance to win an NBA championship. I'm pretty sure that's few and far between in their realm of success rating right now. But if we're talking about winning a round, I will say I wouldn't bet against LeBron James 100%.
No, absolutely not. I can't.
No.
Same way I felt about Tom Brady.
They ain't beat the Clippers
No,
season.
it's different with time. No, it's different with time.
It's different with time.
It's
They ain't beat the Clippers
it's
all
different with
season.
time. This is dog.
They not gonna beat the Timberwolves,
Even if they do,
and they not gonna beat the
they're not beating
Pelicans.
the Timberwolves, and if they do get in, you
By
get
the way,
most
the
of
new
fine.
Pelicans, the new shape Pelicans, is a problem.
Hey,
I don't know why people not giving them credit.
And Brandon Ingram?
Hey, CJ going nuts.
Hey, Pelicans is nice. Hey, but that's fam. We've been saying that, right? We've been saying that like CJ need to be by himself, Dame need to be by himself because they're the same dude.
And now you see CJ
So
going.
I'm not surprised at all that CJ is going nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird, but I will say on the LeBron topic, there is something to be said about having that battle-tested playoff experience team. If anything, the Lakers definitely got a bunch of dudes that have been there before and know what that pressure is going to be like. We're talking about them playing.
Dude, Pat, I gotta stop you right at the gate.
Hey,
though.
listen.
I gotta stop you at the gate. I'm gonna stop you before you go too far with this. So I'm gonna let you know right now. The Lakers are trying to get this season in as quickly as possible because Russ is already gone. The Baki, shout out to you again. The report said Russell Westbrook and the Lakers are happy with looking at exploring options of where to land next season. My man is gone.
Oh yeah.
Melo is done. Melo probably gonna retire.
Hey, Melo regret doing this. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Melo is there for the ride. They probably trade him.
Hey, nah, he
LeBron
said, man, I should have
trying.
did this in 2010. That's what
LeBron at this point is gonna sit there, take this L of a season, rest up, try to get his body prepared for the longevity of playing with his son for 1 year, which I think is a GOAT move. I think that's a really big move. I love that.
I like that.
He don't care about winning this championship either. I know what he got to say. I know what it is. It's because he is one of the premier players of the league, but he don't care.
Bro, whenever you got Russ talking about, and we lost, I'm going home to my kids and my wife.
Dog, this season is done. There is no
talk like that though.
There is no incentive for them to try. You're not going to win.
Hey, you're not going to win a championship. But
so why am I trying?
Here's the thing, right? For a lot of players, it's more than just that. Like even Russ has said that.
LeBron has nothing to prove.
He's supposed to say that,
though. Let's be clear. Y'all got something to prove. I can retire right now, be one of the greatest. I'm on Mount Rushmore on everybody's list.
Yeah,
even mine. I'm not a big fan. He's on my Mount Rushmore. Guess what? He could literally stop playing today.
Yeah,
hang it up. One of the greatest I've ever played. Top 2 on most people's list. He has nothing to prove.
If that's the case, then retire.
No, he has a game plan.
No,
I like his game plan.
Wait till your son's in the league. You think if LeBron James says, "Hey, I'm back"?
No, he can't do that part.
So you finna not?
I guarantee you he would.
I guarantee you he has an elective surgery.
Because
I guarantee you has a surgery that sidelines him for a couple months.
Probably, I could see it. But you know what? Here's the thing, right? I can't. I'll say this: I can't see it this year because he's done so much to try and ingratiate himself into. I'm gonna give everything I have to this Lakers organization. We've seen years before where he knew it was nothing but a championship. Or he knew basically he was waiting for the playoffs to start for him to get back in there. Well, he'll have that elective surgery and then be like, "I'll be back. Hey, AD, hold it down for me for a couple months."
Hey, it's one of those things where if you do wrong by one of the best organizations in NBA, you're going to have a very, very hard time.
Absolutely.
Hey, and
listen,
look,
you don't do wrong by the Lakers.
But he already. Here's the thing, right? He's already done that on the Lakers. He's already had that. Hey, I'm gonna take this surgery right now, or I'm going to get myself back 100% healthy. Y'all figure it out while I'm out.
You can do that when you win a championship already.
Well, that's what I mean, though. But this season specifically, like how many games? What's the Lakers saying? Bron's played in 44 games. He started 44 games. How many games have the Lakers played?
They're right at over 60, I think.
So he's missed 15, 16 games? Something like that? You know what I'm saying?
By the
Like,
way, the Lakers fully healthy is a problem.
yeah.
A healthy AD, a healthy LeBron. A healthy AD and a healthy LeBron is
nobody fits.
Here's the thing. The Lakers' problem to me is Frank Vogel. His rotations are just confusing when it comes to Anthony Davis being out, and he's just like, now I'm gonna put in Malik Monk, who should have been starting the whole time.
Yeah, Malik Monk is killing.
Yeah, but he should have been playing the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of them. It was like, wait a minute, like, why wouldn't you put in one of the large guys? And now that AD is fully sidelined, now Dwight Howard is the starting center. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if LeBron feels like, hey, there's nothing to play for here. I've got nothing to prove. I've got no reason to be here. Retire. Because I'm not going to win a championship. He's not going to win a championship this year. He's not going to win a championship next year. Bronny will be in the league in 2 years. Retire, take it. Just like he said. Hit him with the I'm back. Whatever team Bronny goes to, I'm back. Trade my contract to them. Because if they're only playing just, hey, I'm only here to win a championship.
Why would I do that when I can get them for a little or nothing though?
Who you gonna get who for little or nothing?
Well, because his contract will be up. His contract will be up.
No,
at that point,
but your contract
he's already said. No, he's already said.
Your contract stops though, Ringo.
You said what?
If you retire, your contract stops.
No, I'm saying, but like
the years are still there.
I'm making a point. If you don't retire, he plays the 39. He already came out and said, I'll take whatever. I just want to play with Bronny.
No, I get you on that. Right. But what I'm saying is, like, if he were to stop playing now, they would have to trade him. But what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of players who, because kids said he doesn't care at this point. Nobody on the team cares at this point. And they might not. But if
they don't care about this season, to be clear.
If that's the case, then like you said, take that elective surgery, whatever it is. I'm sure there's something on Brian that he needs worked on or something like that. And take the next season off till Bronny's there. Because at that point, like, you're not winning a championship with the Lakers next year either, because you've created such a deficit with this team. Like, let's be real. I would love to find a way for us to mutually get out of this. You don't mutually get out of $47 million. hey, dog. I'm sorry, bro. You don't mutually get out of $47 million.
That was the bar.
Hey, John Wall is a rocket.
But you know what's gonna happen though, and I love that Adam Silver is thinking about this. John Wall, if he don't get traded, he absolutely gonna be suiting up next year.
Yes, he will. Because to me, you got to find teams that do that. They should not be allowed to do that. Now, it's different to me if you have him on the floor and the coach just doesn't play him or something like that. I could almost live with that, because now it's the face of it. Now we see it. Now we looking at why ain't John Wall playing. He's not hurt. He looks
He's
fine.
not even suiting up.
He's not even in Houston.
I mean, I think the bigger problem.
He's back home in Washington.
I think the bigger problem is the AD.
Fam, he's at the crib. He's not even coming to games.
I don't even think that's.
I think he has to come to games to get paid for those checks.
No. They literally were like, we don't want you here. He's not going to practice. He's not going to game. Like, he is legitimately making bread to kick it at the crib.
They pay
there needs to be a fine for that. They should not. One, you're taking years off of John Wall's career. Years that he actually, like, I get if he's hurt, but he actually can play.
He wants to play.
So now you're taking years off of John Wall's career. You're still paying him. But now when he does come back, is his body going to be able to deal with that wear and tear because he hasn't been dealing with NBA the wear and tear of an NBA game day and night? You could be causing more issues because John's going to come back and play. He could get another injury. Just must think just because you stop playing, you'll be able to come back and you'll be fine.
Hey, same thing with Ben Simmons though. Ben Simmons ain't played. Now you got a problem with the back.
And now he got back, and you know why? Because he ain't played. You start going to practice, you can't just get thrown into the NBA. It ain't like going to play pickup at the Y. These are the best players.
People gonna kill him, but I promise you, he gonna come back and play against Philly.
Bro, I'm waiting.
He gonna come play against Philly. He gonna dunk on somebody.
I want them to be so good, bro.
Hey,
if he come back and play against Philly, he gonna
rise up and he gonna try to get Embiid. And this the thing. Embiid is such that dude. He's that in his mind right now. He's like, when we play them, Ben ain't getting nothing. He's such a petty individual.
I don't think Joel could stop Ben in the paint.
I think if they went head up, like both of them, like Ben Simmons coming through trying to get the yam, Joel Embiid going for the block.
Ben is getting that dunk.
Hard foul.
Dog. I don't know,
getting that dunk, dog.
Hard foul.
Oh,
That absolutely. Hey, I'll say this. Joel's not going to allow it. Joel going to put him down.
I think he's going to catch him like Luka called Dwight Howard yesterday.
Fam. Hey.
Luka called Dwight Howard nasty. Dwight got subbed out. I ain't see him the rest of the game.
Bro, Dwight going through it out there in LA, man. Dwight, get up out of there, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. I still think Dwight got good years left in this NBA, man. Get up out of there, dog.
He better than Andre Drummond.
Stop going back, dog.
You know what Dwight Howard gets a problem with? Dwight Howard has he gets into foul trouble way too early.
Way too easy.
And way too easy.
But and they be ticky-tack fouls too. Like they be little weak fouls to me. I'd be like, dog.
He's so strong though, dog. Like he's so strong that I think he dumbs himself down. That dude, he could move some people if he really he moved people. I mean, ain't no if he really want to. But they just they literally hone in on him when he's on the floor, and they call a lot of nagging ticky-tack fouls. Yeah, it's like, dog, he banging the same way dude trying to bang with him. Why you going?
Fam,
that's put that shoulder into your chest. It's a wrap,
bro. That's how it always goes. Hey, fam, I said I wanted the Bulls to get him. Clayton was talking about Bulls could get him. I wanted the Bulls to get him. You know what I'm saying? I thought that the Bulls were if you got Dwight Howard in there, that solves a lot of your issues. Hey, move Vooch to the 4. Howard been like this his whole career. Yeah, it's just, and you know what? Here's the thing, right? The way the NBA is swinging. You might see Dwight Howard have a resurgence.
Yep.
If Dwight Howard became the focal point on a team, the way the NBA is swinging with big man and stuff. Now, I don't think that he's going to dominate your best big man in the league. I don't think he dominates Embiid. I don't think he dominates the way he did when he was in his prime. But you might see him have a resurgence because of how they're calling things.
Speaking of resurgence,
Embiid could not stick Dwight Howard in the paint. Embiid wouldn't. I promise you, he wouldn't.
In the paint. Y'all, we got to remember too. What's Dwight at now? Playing weight. Dwight's not as big as he was. Dwight was huge.
Now he slimmed down.
Dwight slimmed down a lot when he went to Houston. No, when he went to the
back up.
When he went to the Lakers, no, because of his back problems. He lost a lot of weight because of his back problems.
I mean, that's a fact, but I think he's bulking back up because his arms just look. Just the way they always look. I'm be honest. I don't want it to sound weird, but it's like ever since I saw him in person, I was just like, I had never seen someone that tall with shoulders and arms like he is. I had never seen it. I was like, it's scary. It's just a scary thought. Giannis Giannis has pictures where he's like, Giannis is a legit 6'11". Giannis has pictures flexing. Dwight Howard looked like that without flexing when I saw him in person.
Fam, Dwight Howard in Orlando was 265 pounds. Dwight Howard in LA is 230.
Yeah, you need that 30 pounds back, big dog.
It's the back.
You put
know what
that
I'm saying?
30
Like
pounds back, you lower that
that's
shoulder.
the problem with it. You know what I mean?
I play him
That's
every
one of
other
those.
game. Hey, give me Prime Dwight every other game. We winning a chip. I don't care what nobody say.
Take every other game off.
Hey, NBA playoffs. Listen, I need you for game 2, 4, 6. That's all I need you for.
Speaking of the playoffs, though, so you know, because it is one of the topics. They're saying that the Grizzlies is rolling right now. You know, third in the West. You know, not that far off from Golden State for the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Should we be considering him for MVP? And how far do you think he takes the Grizzlies in the playoffs?
Talking about Ja Morant?
Yeah.
I'm trying. See, ESPN has recency bias with everything, right? Like DeMar DeRozan was MVP.
Hey, he dropped 46, 52, and dunked on somebody.
Now he's a top candidate for MVP. DeMar DeRozan was the MVP a week and a half ago when he was dropping 30 on everybody.
Not
and now
3 days ago.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And now it's the Bulls lose 2 games. Now he's no longer the MVP because Joel Embiid played with James Harden for the first time and they looked dominant their first time. Y'all know how I feel about MVP. There's no consistent conversation on it. It's going to be based off of the storyline. Is Ja Morant's storyline better than DeMar's right now? Is Joel Embiid's storyline better than Ja Morant's?
Joel's is dead because now he has James, I believe. So
could be. Could be.
So that to me, Joel is out.
And if we're being real, right? If it's based just off of the numbers, 1 and 2 should be Giannis. Or no, it should be Embiid and Giannis.
Bro, do y'all see what Jokic?
Oh, Jokic is in there too. It's a lot. What I'm saying is there's a lot of people before you get to Ja Morant and DeMar DeRozan if it's based off of the numbers.
Embiid is leading the league in points. He's a top 5 player in rebound. He's a top 10 player in rebounds, and he's a top 10 player in blocks.
Again, that's cool. That's cool.
Jokic is top 10 in more categories.
He's top 10 in more categories.
I'm not refuting the stats. I get you on the stats, but it just comes down to storyline. Like
it really does. But here's the thing. What I'm saying is, if we look at numbers, Ja Morant's nowhere near the MVP.
Oh, his I put the numbers in the chat the other day. His numbers are
they're nice.
D-Rose MVP season.
Yeah, they're really nice.
7 and 7.
Oh, I take that back. He's not leading in more categories. Oh, that's wild. He's not.
He averaging 27, 7 and 7.
So it's Embiid. It's Embiid's to lose, to be honest with you.
It should be Embiid's to lose. But here's the thing, right? DeMar DeRozan moves to the top. Now Ja Morant's like 2. And it's like Ja Morant's not doing more than Giannis is.
Right, but they pretty much almost had the same record though.
I mean that's cool, but Ja Morant's not doing more than Giannis is. Like Giannis.
It's more impressive what Embiid is doing just because Embiid has dealt with more up and down this season.
True.
And his team is still in a very favorable position. They came, they've bounced back from the trade.
Yeah.
He's kept them in contention this whole time without having one of your all-stars on the court. The storyline behind Embiid is actually better than Ja Morant. It really is. Now, even AI was like one day when he was talking about him being MVP. It won't be this season. I could see him being MVP next season if he continues, but it won't be this season.
I could see him being MVP. I could see him being MVP next season because I feel like the MVP you would look at, okay, he did this to become MVP this year and didn't win it. And so they'll be like, now we're not going to give it to Embiid twice. Let's give it to Ja. Ja Morant's going to get – and the NBA loves having guards as MVP. The NBA loves having guards as MVP. It's easier to market, easier to – I mean, like I don't know why. But you look at big men throughout history and you like, fam, them numbers are ridiculous. And he's moving everybody. And if we being like, I like how Shaq said, he said, I always thought MVP was mano and mano. Nobody in the league can stop you. You're the most dominant player in the NBA. You are the best player no matter who's standing across from you. And that's why you get MVP. And I agree with that. That should be how you get MVP. But that's why I said you need a system. You need to take away the voting system. The writers and all them, they shouldn't be voting on who the MVP is because
the
there's
thing that
bias.
the thing that be killing me is that like they
Would
be
y'all like to see a
telling
point
you who
system?
gotta vote. They be telling you who gotta vote.
Oh yeah. Sam Smith got vote.
Like that dumbass. But honestly, I mean, like I said when I tweeted it out, like DeMar is the MVP to me.
Would you rather see a point system for MVP?
What do you mean?
So, like I laid out, you get player of the week, you get 2 points. You get player of the month, you get 5 points. You get like, and then you take your like stuff like that. Where, hey, this dude had the best numbers this week out of anybody in the NBA, in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. You get points for that.
If they did it like that, Melo would have got MVP over LeBron.
But here's my caveat.
Rookie of the year over LeBron.
It has to be 20.
I feel like that's realistic because then a point system, hey, guess what? It takes injuries into account.
Right.
Right now, we don't really take injuries into account. Right now, what we take into account is, hey, that guy was injured, and so this is what he could have done if he was there, but he didn't. But I'm still going to give him this. Like, LaMelo won the MVP playing a half a season, basically, didn't he? Or not MVP, Rookie of the Year.
Which was wild because he was not better than Ant-Man.
But it wasn't even close.
But Ant-Man was in contention with him, and Ant-Man played half a season.
But the crazy thing is, it wasn't even close, though. Like, when it came out, that mug was like, nah, it's Melo.
No, it was definitely close because but Charlotte made the playoffs.
Which is why he should have got it. But I mean, I like your point system idea, but the thing about it is this:
did they make up for not giving Carmelo the Rookie of the Year that one time?
You could absolutely have a month. You could have a month, but
yeah, but if you're not the best player in the league, you're not gonna have multiple months.
I was
and I'm not saying here's my thing, right? With a point system, you do it based on what place you come in at the end of that month. If you get player of the month, you get 5. If you were second in the running, you get 4. If you were third in the running, you get 3. It doesn't mean just the winner of it gets it. But to me, if you do something like that on a consistent basis now, I'm telling you, this dude who won player of the month more times than not is the MVP of the NBA. You know why? Because the entire season we kept calling his name.
And the thing about it is, too,
even player of the month is sometimes opinion based.
It'd be crazy because
Out West didn't. Who won player of the month? Out West.
Jokic and Embiid.
No, there was one. Somebody won it. Somebody won. Let me see. Let me look up Western Conference Player of the Month. This is something I definitely can Google. Somebody won Player of the Month.
The only thing I say too is that you.
Right, and I was like, there's no way this dude was the Player of the Month. He don't even have the best numbers for the month.
They don't take injuries into account because too many times we'll sit there and then a random name like Klay Thompson, like he'll be up for MVP. I'm just throwing this out there, but like he'll be up for MVP, and then like boom, he'll get hurt, and then after that, it's like, oh well, he's hurt. We'll move on to the next dude, and it's not like you can't do that, like.
Oh no! So it was in the East. Early in the year, Julius Randle won Player of the Month. 7 other dudes was cooking better than Julius Randle.
When it comes
but
to
my
Julius
God,
Randle,
we
bro,
can't go a season without giving a Knick Player of the Month. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those. I think it was.
Nah, that was last year, bro.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Julius Randle got Player of the Month.
It was last year.
No, you're right. That was last year. Who was it? Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Donovan. Maybe it was Donovan Mitchell.
No, Donovan Mitchell had a month. He
I
only had a month.
I
But
just
Julius Randle
remember
last year
seeing
was a
it, and
good
I
one.
was like, he's not even the best player statistic-wise in this month. This is a good question. How would you rate strength of schedule into an MVP point system? You actually have to, like the NBA has a strength of schedule rating that comes out every year. So whatever your schedule was that month, however, whatever numbers you put up against for schedule, that absolutely factors in. But and listen, I'm not saying I have all the answers. Some nerd at Yale needs to put this together, or at Howard University, or Grambling State. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
It's
put
the
that together.
NBA. The NBA has the bread and the right people in place to actually do this. They
do
come
it,
up with
they
these
just
weird
don't wanna
stats
do
all
it.
the time.
They just
Oh,
don't
this
wanna
is
do it.
this is the first time that someone's ever dribbled the ball twice on this side of the court in 3
Nah, that'll be
4
the NBA.
years.
That'd
Like,
be
come on now.
ESPN. Hey, that'd be ESPN. That's why I said get away. Like, don't use ESPN strength of
Bro,
schedule, because they be
but
riding
you know what, though?
LeBron like they got a Manscaped clippers on that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus, relax. Just take it back a couple steps.
Hey, because I'll be hating what they do with LaMelo. Like I was hype on LaMelo, but it's like anytime this man sneezes,
LaMelo could throw an inbound pass that somebody catch, and
oh my God,
Buddy be losing his mind. LaMelo throw a full court pass that don't go for a bucket. It'd be LaMelo with the pass, like, and they passed it again. Like, bro,
he did have a full court lob to Miles Bridges though. That was nasty.
LaMelo is a flashy pass. He's a walking flashy pass. I give him credit. LaMelo is.
You have to give credit where credit is due. If he's a flashy pass type of dude, and that's what he's been doing, I get why the announcers are like that. All I'm saying is this: the person that keeps going under everyone's radar, we mention him a lot, we don't really dig into it a lot, who's been improving every single season and killing it, and he's only 23, Luka Doncic.
Yes.
Luka Doncic right now.
I feel like that's kind of lost his luster. He wasn't as underrated because it was definitely Mudge was definitely picking Luka to win MVP.
Hey, here's the thing.
Last year,
Luka isn't even being brought up in MVP conversation, and he's averaging 27 points a game.
Bro, that man's averaging a triple-double almost.
He's 27, 9, and 8.
Not even this is why I say you need a system, because we're not mentioning Luka for one reason. He's in Dallas and nobody's watching.
I give you another one. This is the wildest thing, but we did it on this very show twice. We said name the top 10 players in the NBA, and Luka was not thought of. We absolutely was like, dang, how did we forget about Luka? And Luka is
we got
killing.
To the end of it. Yeah, somebody said no Luka. He's easy to forget about.
Dog, it's hard to forget about.
Ain't nobody watching Dallas games like that.
No, it's the same thing. Like I said, there was no point where Dirk wasn't killing it in his career. But because it's not the Spurs, because it's not Greg, even with the Spurs, we forgot about the Spurs half the time.
Did Luka win Rookie of the Year? Yeah, he did win Rookie of the Year.
Luka won Rookie of the Year. It was him and Trey. But you know what I'm saying? Like Luka's one of them players where like you should think about him way more than you do. And we just don't, because it's Dallas. And I don't know. Dallas, to me, is that on Mark Cuban? Like, you got to do a better job marketing that thing or something, dog. Because it's like, why am I forgetting you?
I will say this. Luka's first 2 years are way better than Dirk's.
Oh, no, yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's not even.
Hey, and before we get out of here, speaking of marketing, WNBA.
Dog, I ain't messing with them.
The charter flights, bro.
Hey, the WNBA is trash because they fined the New York Liberty for chartering flights. The WNBA is quickly on their way to becoming baseball. On their way to becoming the Major League Baseball.
I told y'all what to do with it. Let me go ahead and market it for them.
Man, that's never
I'm telling you right now, I got
idea,
this, dog. I got this. We're going to be at the game.
Football
this man kid will be all over the news just in a suit. Like,
I'm not going to be in a suit. I'm going to be in a hoodie.
Hey, look, somebody needs to be all over the news in a suit for the WNBA.
Hey, listen. They need to go ahead and pay me a tenth of what they paid Becky Hammond for 1 year, And I bet you I get that rocking.
But
That's $100 million, by the way.
I mean, it's like you and
I mean, that's $100,000, by the way.
They need people
$100,000
around.
for
They
sure.
need dudes around that actually care about the game.
Nah, it's wild.
Because they're like,
what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's one of them. It's what you gonna do. I don't know. Hey, we appreciate y'all for pulling up and rocking with us for another show. As always, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're giving away the dope Ayo DeSumo jersey at $13K. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer, joined by my brothers in arms, the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid, and of course, man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Adon. Hey, yo, y'all stay safe out there, man.